I'm late today. I don't have an excuse. I'm just late. Um, so, plan for today is more art. Uh, yeah, so t- I guess I'm just gonna. I guess I might just like kind of coast on into the conclusion of like this project. I mean, like, I don't know. I have today and tomorrow, and I don't have like any specific goals for those days. Wait, what happened to the? Oh, spider's still opening. All right. So yeah, just gonna, I guess like, just yeah, like there's no specific upper limit to the art that I would create for this project. So I guess I'll just keep doing that until next week. Because next week I decided for certain I'm stating with certainty now. Next week is gonna be the next jam, and so that's kind of cool. It's gonna be so starting Monday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Monday, that's December 22nd at noon Eastern Standard Time, will be the fourth collaborative on stream jam. Uh, so the way that goes is essentially like everyone shows up and we make a game. We all put our heads together and throw in ideas, and people like make assets, and I just sit here at my computer and do what I usually do. I just like put stuff together, and a short time later we have a game. So yeah, that should be fun. Nice change of pace after having worked on this for as long as we have. Yeah, cool. It just flipped through my mind is like I should make another background for this game, which like I kind of I kind of do intend to do, because right now it goes like it starts with a random of the three possible backgrounds, and it goes through the loop. So if it starts with mountains, it goes mountain, cave, forest, mountain, cave, forest, mountain, cave, forest. If I added in one other background, like let's say I added in beach is the example that I always go back to for no particular reason. I think I just like beaches. So if I did beach, let's say beach connects also to, uh, like let's say the cave can transition to the beach, and let's say the beach can transition to. Oh, what would it transition to? Would it transition to the mountain, or would it transition to the forest? Hold on, I had a diagram for this once upon a time. I'm gonna actually I might as well run the script first now that the spider's open, and then I'll draw a diagram. All right. So yeah, the way so like yeah right so so I'm just gonna have my tablet set up, but it's not quite. I didn't give it quite enough table space. All right, here we go. So let's say we have a pen tool. So let's say this is like one of the. Oops. Come on. Say this is like one of our whatevers. This is one of our whatevers. Our backgrounds, and like this is one of our backgrounds. So like right now, in terms of transitions, I only have like one. I have like transition. So like let's say like if this one's mountains, that make this one cave because we have a transition from the cave or from the mountains to the cave. We have transitions from the cave to the forest, and we have a transition from the forest to the mountains. So if I added in a new one, like the beach, for example. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's fairly arbitrary. I could add in a transition here, and then I guess it's just whatever I want. So like I could have I could add a transition here, or here, and that just changes the loop in either way. So then the idea is that basically like when I add in more backgrounds, I basically like go for the ones that have the fewest like transitions in or out. So like just kind of like to maximize the connectiveness. So like let's say I do go to the forest. I don't know if that's likely. It might be more likely to go to the mountains, but whatever. And then so when I add in a new one, then like the cave and the forest already have, the cave has two transitions out and the forest has two transitions in. So now the mountains and like the beach or whatever this one is has the fewest connections. So I could have I could do something like, so I'd probably want to, you know, the two that I'd want to connect to are probably these two, probably. I guess connections out. No, yeah, connections in and connections out are both things that I'll want to track. Sorry, that line wasn't very smooth. So then, like, so then if I add, so that's, what is this, 5? Yeah, so then if I add a 6th one, then, I mean, typically I think the pattern will be that each one that I add in will somehow connect to the one that I did just prior, because the one that I added just prior will always have, like, the fewest connections. It'll always just have 2 connections, because I only make 2 connections per thing. So, so then, I mean, the rest of these all have, like, 3 connections. Like, the mountain has 1 in, 2 out. Cave has 1 in, 2 out. Forest has 2 in, 1 out. Or this is the beach. The beach has 2 in, 1 out, and the forest has 2 in, 1 out. So, like, I'd want a connection, like, I'd want to connect out from either the beach or the forest, or connect in to either the mountain or the cave. Oh, sorry, I was just thinking, like, with the cave, like, so it was weird, like, when I added in the cave, like, I ended up spending, like, basically all of last week doing it, because, it was a lot more confusing. Well, for one thing, I wasted a day doing a really poor job of like adding a cave, or like trying to add a cave. But some of the complexity came from transitioning from an exterior space to an interior space, and it just occurred to me, like, is there going to be another layer of complexity transitioning between interior spaces? Like, what if the cave transitions to a different interior space? I think that's fine. I think that has to be fine. I think it just has to... Oh, could there be something weird there? There could be something weird there, I think. Like, if I tried to really just like... No, I guess I just can't transition abruptly. Like, with the trick that I use to transition to and from indoor and outdoor spaces, I think is the most abrupt transition I can have in the game. And I think the rest I'll just have to fudge. Hopefully. I mean, hopefully that'll at least be a satisfactory solution. Otherwise, I don't know what. Alright, so yeah, like, so hypothetically, if you could transition out from the forest, like if this one goes this way, then, it's changing the flow. Everything was clockwise before, now it's going counterclockwise. But yeah, if so. Ibito, hey, how's it going? Welcome. Oh, you're not going to like this, because I'm being conceptual, and you don't like concepts. I'll get to the nitty gritty in a second. I'm just having fun drawing a picture of stars and arrows. Actually, I'm pretty much done, I guess, because the urge to add in a new background has subsided. Just remembering how I'm not good at that. I don't know. I might do that. I might try and add one more background. It probably won't be crazy like the cave. It'll probably be much simpler, much more like the forest or the mountains. But that will just be all right. Thank you, Vito. I'm sorry for deleting so much of your chat. So I might try and add in a background. I don't know. I mean, like, at this point, it's literally just like I have pretty much. I think the game is like basically done. Like, I've been saying this a lot, but oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. If you're interested, I'm declaring with confidence now that the next Signal Jam is starting on Monday at noon Eastern Standard Time. So like around this time on Monday. So if that is something that you would care to participate in, yeah, it's happening, real life. Uh, so, anyways, have a good day. Uh, I can't do the diagonal face mouth emoticon in real life. Is this it? Sorry. Alright. Stars. Too bad drawing backgrounds isn't as simple as just drawing stars with arrows. And then I just hit like the button and like Shazam, magically they show up. No, wait, why do I keep, oh yeah, I keep keep minimizing this, but this is actually what I want to work in because I want to open the doll. Oh, actually, one thing I want to do real quick is I think I made the red print. I think I made the red pants too bright. Just a little too bright. I think they just stand out a little too much. So I'm just gonna dial that back just slightly. Also, it occurred to me I don't think I want more than 2 color swaps of the same thing. More than 2 palette swaps, or more than 1 palette swap. Like, having because I have the cap brown, cap blue, cap purple, and then it just feels really as soon as I added the third one in, I was like, oh, as soon as I thought to myself, oh, maybe I'll use the third colorway. I was like, no. Nope. So, I have fonts. Whoops. I didn't actually mean to open that. I don't know why I clicked on it. I have font sentiments towards the purple version because that was the original version, but I'm actually not using it, and I might never. Maybe I should use it instead of the blue version. I don't know. Yeah, I should probably use it instead of the blue version. Alright, I'm gonna do that. Alright. Nah, I might never use it. Or maybe I'll make it even cooler and bring it back in a different form at some point. But, no, for starters, projects. Let's open our equipment list. Oh yeah, the other thing that occurred to me today is the main hand. I'm not doing it quite right. I'm not doing it very well. I'm because I forget which order I put it in, but I put it either above or below the hands layer, and as a result, with the offhand. Okay, so with the offhand is easy because if you're holding something, let's say you're holding a staff, it's gonna appear behind the offhand because if I'm gripping this stylus, the stylus kind of it could arbitrarily draw behind it, or I don't know, those both look equivalent. Whereas if I'm holding a shield or something, if I'm holding a shield in the offhand, then well, hold on, wait, it's facing the wrong way. But the offhand, the shield draws behind it, right? The main hand is a little different because the main hand, if the main hand is holding something, then it looks like it's behind it, right? It would look like it would draw behind it. But if the main hand was holding a shield, it looked like it was in front of it. So yeah, I might need a different layer for that, possibly. Or I could do what I did with the shoes instead. I could just make the hands. I could just unify the hands, possibly. So then it would just be so then there wouldn't be main hand, offhand, hands. There would just be offhand. Or no, there would just be hands, and there would just be the 2 layers, the back layer representing the offhand and the front layer representing the main hand. So kind of with feet and pants, or feet and legs, they would just have to shift together. So the things that you would carry, the things that would go in your hands, which have to come in sets, and they would have to match the gloves too, which I guess is doable. I do. All of a sudden, a very wolf-looking creature appeared just outside my window, and it's because my neighbor's husky-ish dog just strolled past, but it was startling for a moment. What was? Yeah, right. So combining hands. I did want to combine layers, and this combines 3 layers, so that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. So maybe that'll be the first order of business. Or the second order of business, if you consider this the first order of business. I don't know how to save that. So, yeah, how would that go? We have, yeah, let's open the doll, because I still haven't done that yet, have I? Alright, so we have our doll. So far for hands, all we do are gloves and, the sticks. Because we haven't actually added anything into the main hand yet, which is kind of why it took me this long to realize this. Yeah, I think this is good. In fact, I think that enough that I'm going to actually go back and delete the feet folder. Probably. Or I can move it somewhere. I'll move it somewhere just so it doesn't clutter stuff up. New folder bin. My bin folder means like basically the waste bin, or like like when I bin things, I put them here, which I don't think is typical, but whatever. So I can move the feet because I'm not using the feet, and then soon I'll be able to move main hand and off hand here as well. So I actually have 3 assets now. Wait, no, I have 4. I have like just regular hands with a stick in them. Hold on, let me see what the order, because I'm pretty sure it goes, yeah, right, you get the stick before you get the gloves. Right, so these are actually like the first 3 of the first upgrades. So you start with hands, then you get the stick, and then you get gloves to go with your stick, which seems appropriate, right? You got a stick, and now all of a sudden your hands are a little bit blistery, so you're like, I could go for some gloves. So yeah, this should be simple enough to merge. I just have to change the dimensions is the only weird part. So equipment, so right. Actually, let's open them here. If I open most of those things, so equipment, hands, hand 1 and 2, or 0 and 2 as it were. So select copy. Oh, these ones actually are here already. Emerald, hey, how's it going? Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Actually, yeah. So these hands are the ones that are actually here already. So that one's fine. So we can this first whatever will be fairly straightforward. So I just actually have to open just the one file that represents the stick. Yes, which I could have just redrawn, considering how basic this is. Select all, copy, and I could actually reduce the dimensions here, because this was just like a shorter version of the walking stick. Alright, so new layer, put it underneath hands too. Yeah, actually that's correct. Paste. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I can just like, I think it was roughly like that, right? Alright, I'll check the data file. 2512. 25 plus 23 is 25 plus 23 is 48. Yes, that's a true story. And 23 plus 48 is not 60, it's 61. So this is supposed to move down a pixel. Oh, flush against the bottom, I guess. Alright. So that's how it's positioned. Alright, so now, yeah, this is simple enough. I just smush these two layers together, and presto. Oh, cool. Oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah, do it. It's good practice to start streaming because it takes a little while to get good. Someday I'll get good at streaming, and this is all practicing that I'm doing now. Telerex, hey, how's it going? Welcome. How are you? Alright, so let's hide these other layers for a second, just so we can see the hands isolated. Oops, wait, what was that? Head 2. No, that's not a real thing. This is not a real thing. Ooh, was that messing things up? Because that was not supposed to be a real thing. No, that's probably invisible. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, it was hidden under stuff. Hold on, let's delete all of this. Oops, no, not that layer. All of this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Because that was just cruft. That was just left over from something else. Alright, and then, yeah, hide the head layer. And where's this leg layer? Alright, there we go. There we go. Alright, so let's select all of this. Got a few extra pixels there. Oh, and an extra pixel on this side too. Yeah. Alright, so that looks good. So the new dimensions are going to be... When did I actually start streaming? It was months ago at this point. I've been doing this for months. I forget exactly how many. I think it was sometime in September? Wait, I can figure this out. Because I remember what I started streaming for. The first thing I streamed for was Ruin Jam. So I just have to look up when Ruin Jam was, and I can figure it out from that. Ruin Jam 2014 was... I started streaming, yeah, September 12th or something like that. Sometime around then. Yeah. So a few months now. Like 3 months. It's like my 3-month anniversary. Alright, so... Oh yeah, so the hands layers I'm going to smoosh together. Smoosh. These two specifically. Right, because now I can copy this. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, I'm copying this. I'll just make new files. Oh yeah, because I need to take new dimensions and stuff too. So the new dimensions are... what does that say? 4371. 43 minus 23 is 20. Hold on, let's, how am I going to do this? I'm just going to bin all these files and then recreate them. Although actually I can keep hands. The rest of them I can bin. Yeah, hands are the one that I can keep. So main hand, offhand, you are all getting binned. Oops. 4 now. What? Oh. Whatever. The file was open. Whatever. I said move. I said move. No! Stop it, you're lying. It's not opening another program. You're just a terrible, terrible file operation. It's not opening another program, and I hate you now. Alright, whatever. I'll just ignore it. Alright, so file... Oh yeah, so new data file. So this will be hands stick, I guess. So whoops, not bin. Equip. Hands. So stick, new folder, stick. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I gave a thing on how to stream. Hold on. I'll bring up my notes from it real quick. I can give you just the quick version. Um, so where were they? Yeah. So I won't go through the stuff about like how to set up a channel. Hopefully, you either know that stuff, or if you do have questions about that, feel free to ask. But hold on. So the important stuff, I would say, Twitch alerts. That's not the important stuff, but it's fine. I recommend Twitch alerts just because I like that notification stuff because it's fun. And so if you're gonna do that notification stuff, go with Twitch alerts. Better Twitch TV I find really helpful because for one thing I just like how it makes the chat look better, but also it has this cool thing, if you double click chat it'll translate it for you, and that can be really helpful because I don't speak literally every language on the planet. I in fact speak very few languages, so having like a simple translate option is really helpful for moderation. Test your ISP because like my ISP has like these little hiccups that aren't usually very annoying. Like usually I barely notice them, but it's a little bit of a different story when streaming because it means my stream goes down, and that's really disruptive. So get a sense of like how good your ISP really is, your internet service provider, because you might you might have some interesting discoveries there. Communication is actually the most important thing. All right, those were like the technical tips. This is the part. Sorry, my notes are a little bit scattered, but the way I'd set up the way I pitched or I gave this talk, there was like a demonstration portion, and those were the notes from the demonstration portion. But all right, for the actual advice portion, communication is the most important thing. Like I know there are some people who just stream like just their screen and like maybe they play music or something. I really can't care about those things. It's like those have basically no value to me. All right. Anyways, like personally, what interests like. Sorry, that was a really negative way to describe it, but no, like the reason. People don't always watch a stream. Some people just listen. So like I'd say like the most important thing is exposition because that will actually reach like your viewers, like regardless of like the mode of participation a person has with your stream. Like exposition is going to be like pretty fundamental. So sorry, that's why I stress the importance of that. Yeah, if you're using highly technical terms, you like translate it for people who might not know exactly what you're talking about, because not everyone will ask what your technical jargon means. So, like, I try and give like high level overviews every few minutes or so. Like, I'll say like I'll just describe in very general terms like what it is that I'm doing at any given. Sometimes I'll go into like little spirals where I get very technical and hard to follow for a little while, but I try and come out of that as much as possible. So engagement is really weird because of stream delay. Like I mean, like I can say this and it's easy to register, but it's a lot harder to actually get used to it. Because like mostly when we communicate with other people, we're communicating and getting responses. Like, you don't have to wait 20 seconds to get a response from someone. So it's weird. To try and I do strongly recommend engaging with viewers because I think that makes it streaming and not just like television. But yeah, it's like that. So that's one of the things that you'll get better at with practice. Moderation, I was not good at moderating. I'm still not good at moderating. But it's really important. So appoint as many moderators as you can. Like anyone who will carry that sword for you, like if you can trust someone, appoint them as a moderator, because like it's really distracting to have to try and moderate your channel while streaming, and the more time you put, the more time you have to divert towards moderation yourself personally, the less interesting your stream will be, or the less you'll be able to do on your stream. set a strong example of appropriate participation, because like if you're like anything that you do on stream, like people will probably, people will, I mean, it's only fair that like if the type of language you use in your stream, like that's probably the type of language you can expect to get back in your chat and stuff like that. So if you have like particular rules that you intend for your channel, make sure you're following them as well. And also ban with a smile. I say to mean like even if things are going like terrible in your channel, like even if people are being like the most horrible trolls, like the best thing you can do in that situation is like is be the first person to like snap through like the mire or the the toxicity, because like no one else is going to do that for you. Like if you keep like a positive outlook, then that will help resolve like a toxic situation faster than if you are also upset by something like that. And that's difficult. That's really difficult, because we're humans and we have reactions to things. And so take breaks when you need it, but if you take a break that's like dead air, and people are naturally going to find that disinteresting. So try and be sparing with your breaks if you can. And when you're taking a break, I recommend putting something on screen just to indicate that you'll be back shortly, so that people will know to stay tuned and that it's not literally just like a very boring stream. Mistakes. You're going to make mistakes when streaming. That's just because we're human, and we naturally make mistakes. And then when you're streaming, it's way more embarrassing because you have tons of people watching. And the important thing to remember is when you make a mistake while streaming, do exactly what you usually do when you make a mistake, which is, like, me personally, I'll like seethe for a minute. I'll like be like, "Ugh, ugh." Like if you hear me make that noise, it means I just made a mistake probably. But then you have to like just get on with it, just like keep going, because no one cares if you make a mistake. That's normal and expected. But people will find it disinteresting if you panic and freak out. And keep a consistent schedule. Like, you don't have to. In fact, one of my favorite things about streaming is that like I can set my own schedule, but there's advantages to keeping a consistent schedule, because some people really like tuning in on regular occasions, and if you keep a consistent schedule, then those people can enjoy your channel. Also, I recommend watching your archive streams, because just there are subtle things like audio balance and like the visual display that you can't really waste time fiddling with those things during the stream, because there are people watching, and you should really, if you're streaming, you should be doing something interesting. But yeah, if you go back and watch the archived video, you can pick up on some of that stuff and adjust accordingly. So that's my advice for people who are getting into streaming. And then also, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it real quick, but there's also a post by a friend of mine who also is a smart person, and let me see if I can find it real quick, because it was good advice. What the heck? What's wrong with the search field? Oh, here we go. Sorry, hopefully this won't take a second. Come on, where is it? Alright, I might not be able to find it. But maybe if I find it later, I'll send it your way, because it is also good advice. Hold on. Where are you? Oh wait. Nope. All right. Yeah. I can't find it right now. But anyways, hopefully that's enough to get you started. Maybe. Excuse me. All right. What were we doing? Oh, we were sticks and stuff and whatnot. Thank you, Emerald. Sorry, I wasn't reading chat during that because I was looking at my other monitor. But thank you. um, what? Oh, stick. All right, yeah, right. So I'm setting a potato file for this, and then, hey, wow! Through out all that stuff, I can still remember that the first digit is 20 because it's such a nice round number, and the arithmetic was so easy. So the second digit is 71 minus 48. So that'll be what, like 23? Probably, maybe. Wait, what did I say? 23? Yeah, I think. Yeah. So wait, where did you go? So 20, 23. All right, and then copy, file new. So 2025 are the other coordinates. Why do I have so many things open? Why is this open? I don't think that's important. 2023. Oh yeah, I remember. So then 2025. All right. So that's the coordinates and the width and the height, or vice versa, height and width. All right. Save that. Etc. Paste. This is the background layer. So this is actually file save as. This is hands stick 2.ping. Yeah. And then if we go back here and copy the same region from this layer, copy file new. Yup. Paste. This is just because the other hand is empty for this one, but this is the so this is the other layer. Then this is the 0 layer. All right. Cool. So yeah, now we can get rid of this stuff. Oh yeah. So then the next thing that happens is gloves instead of bare hands. So I think for that, I'm just gonna go the easy route, and go like file open, hands, gloves, open these, both of these, yeah, and then I'm just gonna copy it over these things, so just like so, right, yeah, file save as, or actually, I'm just gonna take the stick hands copy here and call this like gloves stick and yeah, right, and then I can just save. I can just save this as file save as hands. Oops, no, hands. Glove stick 0. Yes. Okay. And then same thing with these. Copy all these. Oh wait, this time yeah, okay, this time I have to do it on a separate layer, and they can smoosh the layers together. But yeah, mostly it'll be the same. It'll just be like, yeah, there we go. So then smoosh these layers together, and then file save as hands glove stick 2. Yes. All right. So, all right. Now I also have to change this file because it's leg stick and glove stick, right? It's not just gloves anymore. And then we get walking stick. It's not going to be walking stick. It's going to be it's probably going to be like gloves walk stick or something, or maybe it might just be called walking stick. Yeah. Then the naming conventions are a little strange right now, but once I get rid of that offhand folder, I think it'll be a little clearer again. Also, I have to just start thinking in those terms too. All right, so yeah, back here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, back here. Uh, you know what? All right, you can close these now. Actually, I'm gonna close these and then leave these open because file open quip offhand walking stick Telerex. Yeah, sort of. The 3D stuff that I've been doing so far has been really simplistic. Like it's actually rare that I work in 2D. Like this project I was doing in 2D. I don't know why, because it seemed like the right idea at the time. But like most of my projects I do, like even when they're like mostly two-dimensional, I work with like 3D assets, and I haven't really gotten into 3D modeling recently, but like I mostly just use like small representational shapes. But yeah, I do typically work in like with 3D spaces and 3D math. I actually prefer it to 2D spaces and 2D math, and uh, so just as like a funny example, kind of for my next project, which is very much a 2D looking game. I actually am making it in 3D. Like this is the game. It's well, sorry, it takes a second to run the first time. It's a Unity thing, I think. All right, yeah. So it looks very 2D, right? Like it's this flat grid, and you can like move around it and stuff. But actually, the game itself is I'm like building it in 3D, just because like you can use the Z distance for like draw ordering type stuff, which is kind of convenient sometimes. So yeah, that's I do like 3D. I just use it weird sometimes, and I really need to brush up on 3D art because I haven't been doing 3D art recently, so I'm gonna be a bit rusty the first time I crack into that. Why did this not close? Does it need me to exit play mode first? Is it crashing? Do I just not care about it right now? Whatever. Thank you. Alright, so walking stick. Let's open this one. Copy. And yeah, kind of like we did before. Actually, let's undo the smooshing of the layers. Because on this layer now, let's paste this basically over the other one. And now this is like the new one to do. So deselect. Let's move this for a moment. Now select the extents here. Hey, new follower, Telerox, thank you for following. I appreciate your viewership and your support. Thank you for tuning in. So yeah, so now we're gonna do the same, basically the same thing that we did with the smaller walking stick, but now with this one too. So again, we have to smoosh these layers together. Oh, except these aren't the right glove color. Whatever. I'll basically do the same thing I did before, but like with the other gloves. All right. So I can close this now because I'm not actually using it. So smoosh these layers together. Yeah, whatever. Copy, file, new. Oh wait, I have to get these coordinates too. So this is hands, right? So hands, gloves, hand, stick, glove, stick. Oh, we don't need gloves anymore, right? Yeah, we don't need gloves anymore. Well, I won't delete it yet because I have those files open, and it's not gonna let me. But yeah, I can clean those up, right? Yeah, because it's glove stick. It's not gloves anymore. All right. All right. Well, you fixed that, Telerex. I'm glad to have you aboard now. Yeah. The other thing I can do soon is I can actually bring. I might. Huh. Oh yeah, no. Before I bring, I was just gonna say I might bring I might actually bring this over to the main chat channel, but before I do that, I no, I should. There are other things that I have to do before I do that. Like I have to fix all of the player data, basically like reset it to 0, and then give everyone their alpha badges. So that won't be too hard. But I should do that first. Yeah. All right. So new folder. Walking stick, which is actually going to mess stuff up because now I have two, because I haven't deleted the other one yet, and I have two folders called walking stick. Lee Rich, hey, how's it going? Welcome. New tech stock data. All right, so this for this one, the data is or the coordinates are. I like this tool because it actually shows which pixel is highlighted. All right. 43. 61. So it's 20 is the first coordinate again, because we didn't move any further to the left. 61 minus 48. Oh, that's 13. It's exactly 10 pixels different. So 13, and then all right. Now let's see what the sizes are. So from layer 12, let's copy. File new, the coordinates are 2635. 2635 are the new dimensions, or the dimensions for our new walking stick. Okay, so paste this. This is layer 2. Save as equip hands walking stick 2.ping. Okay. Oh, and that's actually not quite right, because I still need to put the gloves on, because we don't take off our gloves. Oh no, yeah, I got a late start today too. Lee Rich, I don't know why. I don't have a good excuse. I mean, I do kind of have an excuse. I landed my spacecraft, and now I'm enjoying this this beautiful, I don't know, like dusk cloudscape. That I have going on back here, but I don't have a good excuse, I guess is what I meant to say. All right, so if I switch to hands, this layer, copy this, file, new, okay, paste, and this is our 0. This is kind of going to be our 0, except that we're again going to convert these to gloves, but just for starters, I'm going to save as hands walking stick 0. Yes. Okay, now let's put the gloves on. Now the gloves come on. Copy. Get it? Because it's the opposite of that phrase. Now the gloves come off. All right, so this is the actual version. Oh, why are there all these like smudgy like particles, like pixels? Just like, I hate those ambient smudgy pixels. All right, save that. And they must have been in this. They must have been in here too. Darn ambient smudgy pixels. Alright, so save that too. Oh, except we're getting rid of this one. Yeah, this one doesn't matter anymore, so we can actually just delete that. We don't have to care about it. But the other thing we want to do is copy new layer, paste, and yeah, save this. Because this is our... Is this going to mess anything up? I didn't really think that through. I didn't really think to check if this was going to mess anything up. I just kind of started doing it. Hands. Yeah, no, hands. Previously I had hands drawing over main hand in the top layer. So they were adjacent. Oh, wow, but look how disparate these were. On the lower layer, offhand was in the very far back, and hands was on the very high top. So I think that was a mistake. Or I think that was just like... I think that was just me being silly. I think hands actually go way down at the bottom. At least they better, because if they don't, then whoops. Alright, so move that there. Yeah, there is no offhand anymore. So I can get rid of that, actually. Get rid of offhand, get rid of main hand, and I can change the order of hands, hypothetically. But on the top layer, I think hands actually do draw high instead of low. Just cause. Yeah, because like if you like the way the adventurer stands, like his hands are like out to the side, except I mean I can't really show on camera, but like they're basically like the widest part. Like he's holding his hands like kind of like out, so they're kind of like the furthest out of whatever. Yeah, and I think we're good now. Oh, except I have to finish cleaning up my folders and datas and stuff not and whatnot. So all the data is correct. Yeah, good. So I'm just gonna close this down for now. Oh wait, actually. Oh, did I not save this? Yeah. Hold on, wait, what? Oh, whoops. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I was supposed to smoosh these layers, then save this as yes, walking stick to tapping. All right. So now, what do I want to do here? Well, I'll unsmoosh these layers, and then just save this for now, and then just close down Paint so that I can delete those folders. Don't save. So gloves are not a real thing anymore. Well, I guess I can keep in them. I don't have to delete them. Alright, so X bin paste. This bin folder is gonna get stupid really fast, but whatever. Cut. Oh, maybe the thing I was saying was using the files before was the game. No, I was saying Paint was using the files. All right, whatever. All right, cool. Good. And I think actually the next piece of equipment that we get is actually going to be an even cooler walking stick, or it's actually going to be like a staff or something. No, maybe we'll do something different. We're getting a little bit Robin Hood with our attire, so maybe like we'll get a bow or something like that. Because we just got the pointed cap and we just got the full pack. So yeah, maybe we'll get like a bow or something. Or we could get something in the main hand. Like what got me thinking about this in the first place is that it occurred to me. I know what you mean. Oh wow, it took me several minutes to respond to that statement, but I know what you mean, Leet Rich. I definitely have days where I'm like, oh, I don't want to stream today. Like today, actually, I was like, oh, I should just not stream. But the funny thing is, like, once I start streaming, like, I don't feel like that anymore. Like, once I start streaming, I'm like, yeah, sure, no, I can do this. This is easy. It's like, it's just that feeling of, like, actually getting... Oh, sorry, I'm going to make a weird sloshing noise, because I'm going to shake up my tomato juice and have a sip. But, yeah, no, I don't know. For me, personally, it's like, whenever I get started, all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is easy. I can do this. Excuse me. Alright, so, what next? So, yeah, so pointed cap, full pack, can't lose. No, what is it? Clear heart. No, clear eyes, full heart, can't. Anyways, alright, so let's reopen our doll, by which I mean this file that we are using to draw assets. Oh, I should restart the scripts to make sure things are still working. Yeah, let's do that real quick. Alright, so if we restart the script, things should still look normal. Like our adventure. Oh, hello. Gloves. What? Oh, I forgot to save our data file. Forgot to save this. Save this. Now, let's, etc., etc. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I think that still looks okay. I think that still looks normal. Let's see a lower level character, please. Oh, so I'll delete my data so I can start over, and then I'll join in the fun. I will distract the guards. Alright, so yeah, so the hands are looking okay. At least these two versions of the hands are looking okay. I think I did that right. I'm pretty sure I did. Plus hands are small, so even if I messed it up, then it's not going to be super noticeable. Alright, so yeah, this character here that we see strolling along is our max level adventurer right now. Eventually it's going to be the case that that the bots aren't going to be max level, but it's going to take a while for the bots not to be max level, because the bots are pretty high level. Uh, so, oh yeah, the pants. The pants are still too bright. I'm just gonna tone down the pants a little bit, just so they're not quite as over the top. Uh, so, uh, open. Let's open. Yeah, the doll first. Where's the doll? Where's the doll? Oh no! Oh, it just has a weird preview image because of how I saved it. And then okay, let's open the pants too. Equip, legs, boots and red. All of these. Open. So, yeah, this just turned out a little too bright. So let's adjust the hue saturation. Drop down the saturation just a touch. And apparently that makes it... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have to be too dramatically. Like, this is just a little too bright or whatever, but like, even just dropping it down by like that much, I think is probably okay. Actually, should I do it with hue or should I do it with contrast? If I just drop down the contrast, actually, I don't actually reduce the contrast. If anything, I want to keep the contrast and reduce the saturation. Alright, so yeah, saturation. A little less saturation. And then a little more lightness. That's probably fine. Alright, is that better? Yeah, I think that should be better. Yeah, alright, so let's do the same thing over here. Blammo. Does that look okay too? Yeah, sure. Last but not least. Alright. Alright, let's save these. Should I do the... I feel like I should up the contrast, actually. So... brightness contrast. Not by much. Just by a little bit. How does that compare? Did I just basically undo what I just did? Yeah, it's a subtle difference, but whatever. I think I like it better. Alright, so... Alright, I'll stop nitpicking over these pants. Alright, save. Yes. Save. Yes. Save. Yes. Save. Yes. Alright. Cool. So let's do what? So yeah, let's rerun the script, I guess, just to make sure that looks okay. These red pants are so important, you guys. So important. Alright, that's a little bit better. They're just too bright. They're like really too strikingly bright before, but I think that's they look just a little bit better. They're still clearly red, but they're not as like out of control, like in your face. Alright. So now what? Oh, excuse me. Whew, yawning. I don't know if it's... I just yawn a lot. Maybe I have like a yawn condition. Maybe I should go see a yawn consultant and get my yawning checked out in case I have like excess yawning levels like stored up in my brain or something. Science. Alright, so yeah, so what do we want to add? What next? We actually gave the walking stick fairly recently, so I don't know if I actually want to upgrade the walking stick immediately. So we got the walking stick, and then we got our red pants, we got our pointed cap, which is cool. What did we update least recently? I could do gloves. Yeah, because it was a while since we got gloves. So I could do new gloves. The gloves are really subtle. I mean, but we just gave a bunch of things that were really unsubtle, so it'd be okay to give something really subtle. In fact, I'll probably do it between pointed cap and full pack, because like boots and red and pointed cap and full pack are all like really, really like stark changes. So, yeah, let's do something a little less like in your face. Yeah, because like changing the characters' boots and changing their gloves are kind of more subtle changes, whereas like a lot of the others are much more dramatic changes. When did I give him a compass? I gave him the compass fairly recently, so I'll probably want to wait a little longer before giving him a compass again. Hmm. Um. Hmm. Just like for organizational purposes, like excuse me. Just, I almost want to like include this slot here as well, just so it's easier to like visually, like at a glance, like see how frequently we're updating like each of the slots. Because I want it to be like, I want to just like, I don't want like every level to be a new hat while you carry like the same like stick in your hand for like 10 levels. So I guess I'll just do that manually for now. Alright, so what I was saying, gloves would be the new thing here. So I guess they could be like, oh yeah, oh no, oh no. You know what's hilarious, you guys, is that I just realized that gloves can't go up the arm at all because of how we're layering these things. Because like the arms are in the middle, so I think I need to put arms into these into this layer as well. I think, which means then yeah. I mean, I think that is just something I have to do. Which is great because I just updated all of these layers, but whatever. I can update them again with not too much difficulty. Yeah, because it just occurred to me, like, okay, so now I want to make gloves that aren't just your hands, but that like come slightly up your wrist and forearm, and then, yep, no, so immediately it occurred to me, not gonna work. Not gonna work with our current system. So this is a little weird, because now, like, there's going to be a lot in this one layer. It's going to be all of your arms, and your gloves, and what you're carrying. Like, legs and feet are kind of similar, except you don't carry things in your feet. So it's so feet, like, the legs are kind of like, yeah. This is just going to be a very loaded layer. So this layer is just going to be really important, I guess. Just really important. Oh, but it's like, I was saying this was the topmost layer, kind of. Is that going to work? If arms are the topmost layer? It would mean that you can't, it would mean that, like, a cloak couldn't come down over your shoulder. So maybe it's not actually the whole arms. Maybe it's just the forearms. Maybe it's just, like, up to the elbow. Would that be sufficient? Do I ever need gloves or something that would come higher than your elbow? That might be satisfactory. Just going up to the elbow might be satisfactory. Yeah, I want to say that's probably fine. Hopefully. And if I ever felt like it, I could do shoulders as like a separate layer. And then you could get like, I don't know. I probably won't do shoulders as a separate layer, but I could. I'm just saying I could. Alright, so I have to change the dimensions of my files again. Glurg. Alright. It'll at least be consistent, because we haven't put anything in the main hand yet. Alright, so these are good. Pants are fixed. That's fine. Alright, so now let's show the adventure. Oh yeah, okay, so for the back arm, it's just that little, it's just those few pixels really. So that's fine. So maybe I should just move those few pixels and keep this other arm on the guy. I guess it doesn't really matter either way. So alright, let's do this. Let's do this. What are we doing? Alright, so yeah, actually, it's fairly easy for the back layer. I can just go like, oh, layer 12. I can hide that for now. So for this layer, yeah, this is really simple actually. So from the adventure layer, just I can basically just like cut that out, and then on the hands layer, just paste it back in. Oh, whoops, except now I have to do it on a new layer, and then smoosh them together because of transparency. Yeah, I can just smoosh these together. Yeah. Alright, so now that's on that layer instead. Deselect. Cool. That one was easy enough. Actually, what about these pixels? Do I just want to, oops. Do I just want to like, yeah, what do I want to do with these extra pixels? I just like left a few pixels here. Yeah, I can just get rid of those. Those are not necessary pixels. Alright. Yeah. So this one will be not much harder. So hand 0. Yeah, let's basically do the same thing. Let's go like except this time let's like copy instead of cutting. Let's copy this off, add a new layer near the hands, paste this on, but then, yeah, actually, let's hide this layer for a second. Deselect, get rid of this, which is not part of it. Let's get rid of all that stuff, which is not part of it. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. And then hide this temporarily. Show adventure, and now we can get rid of. Oops, wrong layer. Seems like when you show a layer that, I don't know, you might want that layer selected, but whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna leave some overlap between the upper arm and the forearm, like so both layers will have the elbow, kind of, and that way it'll, when it overlaps, it will, there'll be like a few like pixels of redundancy, but that way there won't be a gap between, you know, there'll be a clean seam there. Yep. So yeah. I really want to convince myself just to not move this forearm, just to leave this forearm on the lower layer, but no, I think it is the correct answer to move it. Alright, so hide that, and then I still need to, on this layer, take this color and draw it down. Oops. Draw it through here. Oh, it doesn't have very high opacity. So actually, whatever, I'll just take this color. Draw it through here. Oops. Wait, yeah, what is this supposed to... Is that right? Yeah, I guess. I don't know, that's good enough. This is gonna be mostly covered up, so it's not gonna matter. But, yeah, so right, so now I can smoosh hand 0 and layer 13 together. Right? Yeah. Alright, so now this is the new hand 0. And now I just need to update. Huh. Alright, hold on. So hide the adventure. Reshow the stick for a second. How many pixels do I actually have to add to get the new forearms in? I have too many pixels on this edge. Oops, now I have too few pixels. And I have too many pixels along the top, I think. Yeah. Alright, so this has a width of oh, cool. Hey, I never noticed, but it has the it has those coordinates that I keep picking. It has it like right. It has it listed right in this bottom bar here. Oh, I guess you guys can't really see it, but like right in this little bottom bar, it lists those coordinates I keep picking. So that's convenient. All right, so now it goes. Now it's 32 by 35 instead of whatever it used to be. So. Where's that? Hands, walking stick. Oh yeah, I have to do all of these. All of that. So yeah, whatever. I'll just redo them. Whatever. All right, so I'll do the basic hands first. So I can hide layer 12 for a second. Deselect. Or that's too many pixels tall. Alright, so 37, 76 are the new corners. So this is for hands. I should make a shortcut to this. Alright, so hands, just regular old hands. The data used to be 2028, but now it's 37 minus 23 is 37 minus 23. That's like 14. Sorry. And then 76 minus 48 is 28, so that didn't change. 18. No, it's 24 now by 8. 24 by 8. It just added 6 pixels to the side. Alright, so save that. And then let's open those two files. Equipment, hands, both of these files. Open. Image, canvas size. Don't maintain aspect ratio. Oh, it was unchecked already. Cool. 24. Okay. What? Okay. Well, actually, you're supposed to move in the other direction. That's fine. And actually, I guess it doesn't matter because I'm actually going to paste over all of it anyways. Right. Yeah, so I didn't have to do that. Right. So are those weird pixels here? There's like weird smudgy pixels that I don't like. I don't know. But if they are, hopefully they're gone now. Alright, save that. Y'all. And then, oh yeah, so I don't have to resize the canvas. I can just go copy, paste, and it'll ask me if I want to resize the canvas. And I say yes. And then, ta-da. Save that as, yes, that's the correct file. Alright, cool. So now that should be fixed at any rate. So now if I rerun the script, the low-level characters would have arms, but the higher-level characters would just have floating hands. Which is cool enough. But, no, I think I actually want hands and stuff. So, file, open the stick again, open this one, copy layer 12. Wait, let's show layer 12. Line this up again. I think that's right. I think that's right. Invert selection, get rid of that. Yeah, alright, so this is our new stick. So once again, we're just adding 6 pixels to the side. So that's not so hard. I'll just do that to the data file. Stick data. So now again 14 instead of 20 and 26 instead of whatever that other number was. Alright, and then close these. Oh wait, I did want that one open. Oops. File, open both of these. Right, so copy. Wait, which layer did I copy? Oh, I should smoosh these layers. And then copy. And then paste. And then yes, expand canvas. Cool. And then save. Yerp. And then I can unsmoosh those layers. Copy, paste, expand canvas. Yes. Cool. Alright. And then so for the gloves, yeah, I'm going to take a slightly different tack for the glove stick, which is a really dumb name, but whatever. Alright, again, so 14, 26 are our new dimensions, and yeah, so for these I'm going to file, open them both. And then kind of paste them onto the other ones and then do save as. So copy, new layer, paste, line it up. Oh, the smudgy smudges are back. Weird smudges. I will vanquish thee eternally. I'm working with full opacity. No, I'm not. No, I am. Yes, I am. Alright, good. I vanquish thee, smudges. Weird smudgy smudges. You are not welcome here. You are not welcome here. Wow, look at all of them. Where do they come from? Where did they go? Where do they come from? Weird smudges. Joe. What am I doing? Stuff. I'm making progress. Alright, deselect, file, save as. Save as, because now we want to, it's not, oh wait, yeah, hands, yeah, no, glove stick, right. Oh, and I have to smoosh the layers first. Smoosh layers, file, save as, hands, glove stick, 0, yes, yes. Alright, now the same thing with the other one. Does this one have weird smudgies too? Hope not. Weird smudgies are the worst. Add new layer, paste. Oh, yeah. So there's a little bit of just occurred to me, there's a little bit of opacity that comes in from smooshing these layers, which I guess is technically not intended, so I'm just going to try and minimize that a little bit. Not a huge deal, but whatever. I can't tell if I still see like a few smudgy pixels or if I'm hallucinating at this point, so I won't worry too much about it. No, I think I am, but I'm seeing it on this layer. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Totally not hallucinating it. Or if I am hallucinating it, then this thing that I'm doing is resolving me of my hallucinations. So either way, better. Either way, much improved. Alright. So save that. Yeah, so similarly, from this layer, let's now, actually I can just like very carefully go through, make sure I'm not deleting the important stuff, and just like rinse that out. Alright, there we go. Because otherwise the stick would get just slightly weirder once you put gloves on. And I don't know, that was not an intended consequence. So, alright, so save as. I forget if I saved as yet. Hands. Oh, well, I've just smooshed the layers for one thing. And I have not saved as yet. So, file, save as. Glove stick to. Yes. Alright. Excuse me. Alright, and now, yeah, now I just have to do the walking stick, and then I think we're done. So, alright, undo, 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 no, wait, yeah, undo, undo, show this layer, select stuff, again, I'm pretty sure we're adding in exactly 6 pixels, these 6 pixels here, the rest of it should stay the same, probably. 32, 35 should be our new dimensions. 32, 26 plus 6 is 32, cool. So 14, save that. Once again I have to do the glove swap, but whatever. Is there an easy way to do this? Kind of. Yeah, no, I know an easy way to do this. So I'll leave these open, and then I'll just go file, open, walking stick, open both of these. So the first thing I'll paste on is oh yeah, smoosh these layers. No, I don't even have to smoosh the layers, do I? No, I do. No, I don't. Do I? Yeah, no, I don't. No, I don't. Just copy this layer over here. It's gonna get rid of the hand temporarily, but that's fine. Because now I can just go like. Because the walking stick is just an extension of this stick. So I can just go like. And just line this up, and it should work. That should be correct. Hypothetically. Hopefully. Yeah. So file save as. Or yeah, walking stick to .ping. Yeah. Alright, cool. And then I can kind of do the same thing here. I can just copy basically nothing. Basically, I just need the rectangle to resize the canvas. Because then I'm just gonna copy, paste over it, and just put it in the corner, and it should be lined up. Yeah. I think that should be good. Alright, so save that. This is the right file, right? File save as. This is walking stick. Yeah, 0. Alright, there we go. Now we can. Now we can make cooler gloves. Now we can make gloves that go all the way up to the elbow. And past the elbow, too. For a second there I was like, wait, 6 pixels, is that going to be enough? But no, it's just... Yes, now that we have this set up, like, we could have, like, blades coming off the elbow that go, like, flying back, like, 1,000,000 years. Not literally that far, but, like, you know, any arbitrary distance. And, so, yeah, let's do something like that, because why not? So, let's... Oh, I need to save our adventure again. Yes, that's another thing I need to do. Alright, once more. So let's select our adventure. I'm just going to hide the other layers temporarily. Look how petite our adventurer is now. He doesn't even have arms, really. It's just this little thing. um, open adventure 0, new layer, paste, just to line it up. That's lined up, right? Yes, perfectly lined up. Then get rid of the old layer and save. Yes. And in terms of this animation, but we only need the same one twice, so delete this, copy this, and rename this adv0, adv1. Blammo. Alright, now if I rerun the script, everyone should have arms, and essentially nothing should change. This is one of those things where I did a lot in order to have the end result be identical to how it started. Yay! Arms. Alright, I should join in as a character with lower experience points. So, whoops. Relic. Alright, cool. Yes, I also have arms. Cool. Alright, so yeah, now I can add cool gloves and stuff. Excuse me. Alright, so, yeah, gloves. Gloves. Alright, I can close all these files. We don't need them anymore. It's not right now. Alright, so let's see more of our adventure. What was layer 12? Is layer 12 actually anything? I think it was just temporary. I don't see anything on layer 12. I'm gonna try deleting it. I'm just gonna delete it. Sure, we can have our hat and stuff. We can have legs. Legs are cool. Oh, we don't need both. We don't need both pairs of legs. One pair of legs is enough. It looks really funny if you mismatch the legs. Well, that wasn't that funny. So, oh no, it looked funny if you mismatched the legs with the shoes. But those are the same layer now, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. Hands. That's our adventurer. Heck, we can give him his walking stick too. I mean, we never actually see the adventure in this state. This is just because I drew the pointy cap on a blank doll, or mostly blank doll. But yeah, gloves. Oh, these aren't our gloved hands. Let's put on our gloved hands. Equip hands. Gloves. Oh, glove stick. Or walking stick. Yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, because we will have the walking stick. So we should start with the walking stick. Because these are all part of the same layer now. Alright, so the hands layer. Let's oops. Excuse me. Let's line this up. I think that's correct. And oh, the other layer too. Select all, copy. Where is it? Hands. Paste. Should. Wait, that's not right. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's correct. Alright, cool. So now we're just gonna extend the gloves a little bit. So let's get the gloves color. And we're on the hands layer. I might draw up a layer just because I like drawing on separate layers for whatever reason. Alright, so this is what we start with, and then it's not gonna be it's gonna be like the boots. It's just gonna be like it's gonna be a pretty subtle change. And I guess I could darken them too. I tend to oh yeah, right, because I made the boots like desaturated, so maybe the gloves will get desaturated now too. Because I don't know, the starting gear is like brownish, because isn't starting gear always brown? I guess it's just because like undyed and untreated things tend to be like brownish, like, you know, like canvasy colored, and then like when things are nicer, they're like dyed and stuff. I don't know. I think that's why I make things desaturated when they're cooler. Oops, wrong layer. Well, it doesn't matter the color exactly. Wait, why do I have 2 layers here? Oh, yeah, no, I can get rid of this one now. Yes. Alright, or no, wait, I was working, no, I don't know, I did not want to do that. It's really easy for me to accidentally double click using this tab. Oh, no, don't do that. Oh, I did not mean to use the dropper tool. This other program I used to use, when you, after you use the dropper tool, it would automatically switch back to whatever tool you'd been using before that. So I'm used to that system, and I'm not used to accidentally the dropper tool, etc., etc. Alright, so paintbrush tool, there we go. Yeah, doesn't have to be fancy, just like that kind of. And then same on the lower layer. So like whoops. Oh, whoops, wrong layer. Okay. Doop doop. Draw. And nope, too much. Yeah, that could be okay. Actually, slightly too much. Yeah, that should be fine. Actually, now that I think about it, up on this layer, we have like a dot more shading here, or something. Yeah, that seems fine. Oh yeah, and then desaturated, because desaturated is cooler. And also, if I make too subtle a change to like the gloves or the feet, then it'll just be like not at all noticeable. So when I change the gloves and the feet, I should change them, but by more than just adding like a small frill. Like for the hat later, I'm gonna actually like one of the upgrades to the hat is just gonna be to stick a feather in it. But I can be subtle about the hat because the hat is a very prominent feature. Because our characters have huge heads. You might have noticed their heads are just like generously proportioned. Alright, so yeah, okay, so yeah, this is gonna be a little weird because I don't want to actually affect the staff. I just want to do the glove. So I can smoosh these layers together now. And so this layer is easy. I can just desaturate literally the entire layer. Will that affect the shirt? I think the shirt is already desaturated. Hue saturation. So wait, I don't want to change the lightness. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Is this going to affect the shirt? No, I think the shirt, yeah, the shirt's unaffected by this. Hey, look, it's a goldfish. Or like a red goldfish. And so, oh, so actually, maybe I will darken it a bit too. So I'll just select around the shirt. So just the glove portion. Oops. Just the glove portion. Not the shirt portion. Is that glove portion? That's glove portion. It's slightly tinted. Alright, so adjustments. Hue saturation. So let's completely desaturate it and then just like darken it a tinge. Just a little bit. So maybe I should do that with brightness and contrast. Because I do want more contrast. I think we lose a little bit of contrast. So I'll do that with brightness contrast. Alright, so completely desaturated and then brightness contrast. Actually, that's pretty okay. The settings that I used before. Right? Like, yeah, I think that's about right. So brightness contrast. Blammo. Alright, so now let's do that for the lower layer as well. Deselect. Select. Yeah, so I don't want to select the staff at all. Just the glove. But all of the glove. Which I guess is a little bit of a judgment call in some places. So like this is the... Oops, I did not mean to deselect, I meant to add select. So this is the glove, this is the glove. That pixel is like both the glove and the staff, so I think I'm going to leave it as the staff. Oh, I'm also going to save before I do this, because the saturation panel, as we discovered yesterday, is a little bit crashy. So, alright, good. I think it's when I use the lasso tool. I think there's a crash involving the lasso tool with the saturation panel. Alright, so yes, desaturate it, and then adjustments. I guess I didn't have to go flat gray. I could have gone like... I could have left a little twinge of pigment in there. Yeah, I probably should do that. Just leave a little twinge. Maybe? I think. Alright, so adjustments. Hue and saturation. Ibuki, hey! Yeah, it's basically pixel art at this point. Like I'm not actually using pixel tools for it, but oops, wrong layer. Yeah, I might as well. Thank you. You were darkening the gloves. Because we just made the gloves cooler, or like they used to just be like gloves, but now they like come up the wrists a little bit. Is like what we're doing here. And I was gonna desaturate them completely, but I think I'm actually gonna leave a twinge of tone in there. Just very subtle, but like that might actually be too subtle. No, that's okay. I think like just to distinguish like a more leathery. Oh, thank you. Just to distinguish a more like leathery tone from like a more metal tone. I don't know. I guess this is actually more like gunmetal, but whatever. It's good enough. Whoa, wait, what did I just do? Oh, I accidentally adjust. Oh, oh yeah, I didn't mean to deselect. Brightness contrast. Yes, there we go. All right, now I can deselect, and now I can select that other layer. So I think it was. I think I decided these were the pixels of the glove, and no more. So hue and saturation. I should have saved again in case it crashed, but it looks like it's not crashing. Yay! Brightness and contrast. Cool. All right, save it. Yeah. The animation is just what you see in the bottom of the screen. They're exactly 2 frames of animation. I might add in a 4th frame of animation, possibly, or like I might add in a 3rd and a 4th frame of animation. But if I start animating, like if I add in frames of animation, then anything that I add that has animation to it, I'll feel obligated to bring it up to that par as well. And this is supposed to have more of like a storybook sort of feel. Like it's not supposed to. It's more supposed to be like an illustration that changes more so than like a fully animated, fully rendered scene. Which I know that like I basically just described a really crude animation, but I guess yeah, I don't know. You're welcome to do fan art of it. If you But yeah, no, the animation speed on screen is I think what I'm targeting for the final build. Thank you. All right, so now let's export our cool new gloves. So cool. They'll look cooler with the actual like Robin Hood outfit instead of just these pants, these old pants. All right, right. So let's hide the other layers. Hide you. All right. Oh. I didn't change this layer, but only because it's not visible. But I think I want to change it. Anyways. Oops. One moment. Alright, there we go. It's not visible, but whatever. I don't care. It's good and not visible. So, oh yeah, so this is, these are going to have the same dimensions as the walking stick, so, yeah. My naming convention is really weird, but, that's fine. Hands, so we have walking stick, copy here, so this will be like, I don't know, like long gloves, walk stick, whatever, I don't care. And then, yeah, so we can just file open, hands, we can just open these, yes, and I don't need these, those can go away. And then, right, so should be the exact same dimensions. Should be these dimensions. So if I copy from this layer, paste onto this layer, yeah, there we go. File, save, yerp. And then copy from this layer, paste, yeah, file, save, there we go. I saved this one. Yeah. Alright, so now, what did I call it? Like, long gloves, walk stick, or something like that. Sure. So now if I rerun the script, I think our characters should be, some of our characters should be high enough level to wear these gloves. Yeah, I think they are. I mean, it's a subtle change. Yeah, they definitely are wearing the new gloves. But yeah, the gloves are supposed to be a subtle change. The gloves and the boots aren't very noticeable. But I want to alternate between like really obvious, like in your face changes and more subtle changes. Like for example, these are actually both quite noticeable changes. Actually, all of these are fairly noticeable. Well, no, actually, the walking stick change is not as noticeable because it's just a slight. It's a relatively not a major extension over the shorter walking stick or the cane or whatever you call it that came before it. So let's see. We upgrade a stick. We upgrade our gloves. We upgrade our hat. We upgrade our backpack. We upgrade our boots. We upgrade our compass, or we get a compass rather. We upgrade our walking stick. We upgrade our pants. We upgrade our cap again. We upgrade our gloves. We can upgrade our backpack here, sure. And then so now maybe I'll replace the compass with something. We haven't really done that yet. I mean, at some point, yeah, the compass is a relatively smaller change, and then maybe after the compass, maybe then we'll actually get like a familiar. I wanted to wait as long as I could to add in a familiar because I don't know. They're the coolest in my opinion. Whenever I play games with like little pets or something, like I tend to play pet classes. I mean, I tend to play like all the classes, but I don't know, I kind of like pet classes. I don't know. I just like animals. So I wanted it to be cool when you actually get like a familiar. I don't even know what the familiar is. Oh, and then the other thing we can do, yeah, so it'll probably be like, I won't save this yet. Or wait, yeah, I did save the long gloves change. Alright, but So I won't actually save it yet, but oops, I held down the shift key too long and now it's freaking out at me. All right, so it's like, what are in EverQuest there's like one of the later classes that they added. Well, later to me, it was like the last one they added before I stopped playing. It was like it was really cool. It was also a Beastmaster. I think it was also called Beastmaster or something. But it was like a cool blend between like several other classes, and it was basically like a monk that like had a bear that also mauled stuff. So like you'd just run up and start punching stuff, and your bear would be there, and it would start eating stuff and stuff. It was cool. uh, um, so what? Yeah. So what should the compass be instead? A compass is kind of cool. I mean, it's not even noticeable as a compass. When I say a compass, what I mean is actually, you know what? I'm gonna upgrade our doll so that I can draw on like a more current version of our doll. So the head is up to date because this is the top level head at current. The legs are not current, which is I think what is irking me. And the backpack's not here. All right, I'm gonna add these things. I'm gonna put these things here so that I can see like what I'm actually working with. So open equipment, legs, boots, and red. I'll yeah, I should import both layers because then as soon as I upgrade the boots again, I'll want the red pants because that's how that works. All right, so I don't need these. I can close these. All right, so all copy. This is like 0, paste. I think that's lined up. All copy. Legs 1. Let's add like 0 for a second. I think that's lined up. All copy. Legs 2. Let's add legs 1 for a second. If that's lined up. Let's show leg 0 again just to check. Yeah, that looks good. Legs 3. Wait, hide. Yeah, this is the last one. The split color look is not bad, but no, let's replace this as well. There we go. All right, yeah, there we go. And then, so let's put the backpack on as well. And the compass, yeah, right, because I was going to add the compass, because if I'm going to update the compass, then, yeah, it'll be nice to see. It'll be nice to see it there, just so we can make sure that we're adding in, like, a noticeable change, and it's not just identical. So, I need 2 new layers for the backpack. And I actually don't know where the layers go. I'll have to look up where the layers go. So, one of them will go above the adventure, one of them will go below the adventure, but, so one of them will be back 0, and one of them will be back 2. I just don't know I don't remember off the top of my head what the ordering there is. Alright, so save this, file open, equip, back, full pack. Oh yeah. I could just line this up by site, but no, I should actually use the actual coordinates. So what are the actual coordinates for this? Back, full pack, oops, full pack, data 715. So select all, copy, back layer 2, yep. Uh, so, oh yeah, 7. So 7 plus 23 is 30. 30, and what was the other one? 15 plus 48 is 63. So that would be lined up. That looks about right. Alright, and then, so I'll copy 30, 63. So back 0, 30, 63. There we go. Alright, yeah. So yeah, what are the actual orders of these layers? Where is it? It's in the scripts. All right, so on the bottom layer it goes head, chest. Oh no. Oh yeah, no. The top layer is the same as the slots list now. The only difference is the lower layer, which doesn't have any of that stuff. Yeah. Yesterday I was like on this weird like talk about how the familiar had to be on the top layer. I don't know why I was on that talk. Maybe I'll remember at some point. But I think it's actually fine to just have it like that. I think this is fine what I'm doing right here. I'm pretty sure this is fine. Oh, I guess I was gonna skip. No, I think ultimately I decided to skip drawing it because, for starters, I don't think it's gonna be on the. Like, I can add that in once there are actually familiars that are big enough to warrant it. But for now, we don't need it. I think that was why I decided not to worry about it right now. All right. So, yeah, head, chest, legs, back, hands, familiar. So, head, chest, legs, back, hands, familiar. Head, chest, legs, back. Head, chest, legs, back. Head, chest, legs, back. I can do this. Head. There's no chest. Legs, back. Oh, whoops. And then legs 0 and 1 have to stay together. So head, chest. There's no chest. Legs, back. Oh, and I'm about to add chest because I'm about to add the compass, which is chest. So head, chest. Chest. This is chest 0. So head, chest, legs, back, hands, familiar. Is that how it goes? I think that's how it goes. Yeah. So I'll add in all the layers now because why not? Or not all the layers, but like enough layers so I can at least remember the order. Familiar. Wait, is that familiar? Yeah, I spelled that correctly. Familiar 0. And the familiar actually will have. The familiar will be animated because, like the adventure, the familiar, like when the familiar is a bird, it'll probably just like have wings up, wings down, like wing flapping animation. When the familiar is like a dog or something like that, it'll be like, it'll just have like a walking animation, so on and so forth. I think the first familiar might be like a rat or something. It'll be like a small, like indistinct rodent creature. Maybe. I don't know. It was an adventure. You'll get cooler ones later on. So I guess I don't have to be too stingy with those because, well, no, I'm going to be a little stingy just because they're going to take longer to draw than, like, just, like, whipping up, like, a new glove. Anyways, so now I can add in the chest. Oh, actually, no, I should do the lower layers, too. So what is the order on the lower layers? So starting from the bottom up again, hands, head, legs, back. That's easier. Hands, head, legs, back is already in that order. Good, cool. All right. Alright, deselect. So now let's look at the coordinates for the chest piece that we have. Because not only are we going to add it in so that we can look at it, we're going to change it too. So it is located at 2123. So now we can close these. File open. Chest. Compass. So 21 plus 23 is 44. Oops. Oh, wrong layer. I should put it on the correct layer, huh? Chest 0. Right? Yeah. Paste. Alright, so 44. 44, and then what's the other coordinate? Wait, chest draws overhead? Oh. Interesting. That should probably be the other way around. Head should probably draw over chest, since, like what I did with this collar here, like I'm pretty sure that's gonna actually look weird, but wait, let's get the other coordinate correct first. So, what was the other one? Yeah, isn't theater mode cool? True Vanicus, hey, how's it going? How you been? Yeah, I like theater mode. I don't have to like pop out the chat window and put it in another monitor. I can just like have it all there. What am I doing? Yeah, oh, looking up the other chord. 23. So 23 plus 48 is 23 plus 48 is 71. Oh, so is this actually the correct location? I think I just dropped it in this correct location. All right. So yeah, I think I should actually have the head draw over the chest, because like with this collar thing, like for the head, I added in like this collar, which I don't know. Maybe it looks fine to have the chest draw over it. Yeah, no, maybe that's fine. That's fine, I guess. I'll just have to keep that in mind. So if I ever decide to get more ambitious with stuff like that, then I'll have to remember how those how those two things look together. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Alright, deselect. So here's our adventure. Here's our max level adventure right now. So I think first I'm going to, what did I say would be the order? I was gonna put something around the adventurer's neck, and then I was gonna give them a rodent. Although, I don't know, the compass is kind of sufficient. Is there actually something else that I'd want to put? Oh, before I even did the compass, I was gonna try and put in a sash. So maybe I should take another stab at putting in a sash now. So hold on, I'm gonna make a new layer for the chest, just so I can see, so I can like compare things. I think I'm gonna, yeah, I'll make it like, oh yeah, it should be distinct from the color of the gloves. And not that the gloves are like gray. All I need to do to make the sash a little distinct is to make the sash like any color at all. So if we still have like a mostly like reddish palette going on, and I can't use green because green with those red pants is gonna look very Christmas. Whoa. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even check that out. I still have Better Twitch TV going, but that is cool. I'm glad they added that feature. They really seem to be trying to keep Twitch something that people like to use. Like it seems like they're trying to respond to how people use Twitch, so that's good. It's a good indication from a developer. All right, so if I was going to make this, I could use like the bluish kind of tone that we get going on in the backpack a little bit. Maybe. I wonder how that would look. Alright, so